Hi guys, so today is going to be a super honest diet update, which is really scary shit because I struggle massively, as you can probably tell because I am massive, haha. But I have made no kind of secret of the fact that I really do struggle with my weight, and I've been all sorts of different shapes and sizes throughout my journey on this channel, which you've seen, and I think it's very obvious to everybody that at this current state I'm the biggest I've ever been in my entire life, and that I'm very unhappy about it. I know I mentioned in a video a little while ago about accepting yourself and things like that, but I know that I'm not the best that I can be right now, and I want to be the best that I can be, and I want to feel healthy because I actually don't feel healthy. It's not like just being a bit chunky or whatever. I'm really short and I don't feel healthy, and my eating habits have just become so all over the place. And I wanted to talk to you a little bit about emotional eating, because that is something that I do really struggle with. And my main thing is I can eat healthy meals like at meal time, so I can eat healthy meals perfectly fine, you know, dinners and things like that. I can eat things that are not as healthy, like pasta, and well, pasta can be healthy, but you know, things like that that are more calorie laden, let's say. But my main problem is snacking, where I have gotten into a kind of mindset where I'm either trying to be good and trying to diet through various different plans, and trying to do different things, or I am just doing whatever. And the doing whatever thing is really bad because I love snacks. Like, I actually think that maybe I've got some sort of like snack addiction, and when I say snacks I mean things like crisps, biscuits, chocolate not so much. I like chocolate, but I can pace myself with chocolate. Like, I can easily, I like really dark chocolate as well, so I can easily, like in the evening, if I'm having a cup of green tea, I can have like a square of chocolate with it and that'd be fine, and not want to have more. I can kind of pace myself with it. But snacks, like actually things like crisps and things like that, is really a problem. I can't put it this way, it's now got to a point where I've just stopped having them in the house. I don't have any snacks in the house at all, which when you have people coming round a lot and who, like, you know, my sisters and stuff are young and they don't have to, like, you know, they're like 14 or whatever, they don't have to worry at all about what they eat, and also actually none of them kind of have weight issues really. It's only me and my brother that really seem to kind of have to be really vigilant about it. They're okay, but they will always come around, and like the other night we were watching a movie and my sister was like, have you got any biscuits? And I was like, no, I'm really sorry, I haven't, because if I do have them I will eat them. What I'm gonna have to do is start to buy biscuits that I don't like, which there are actually quite a lot of biscuits that I don't like. But that's what that's what the solution is, isn't it? Buying crisps that I don't like as well, which is fine actually, because my boyfriend will eat crisps that I don't like. Like, he likes Doritos and things like that, which I won't eat. I like plain crisps. Like, I like kettle chips and things like that. I like the really plain ones, or I like just classic flavours like salt and vinegar, cheese and onion, blah blah. Not Walker's ones necessarily, because I find them a bit greasy, but things like Pringles as well. I love Pringles so much. Like it's a problem. Snacks, it's that thing as well of like not being able to stop because it's just crunchy. And I've even done that thing where I'll put it in a bowl rather than eat it from the bag, so that I pace myself a little bit more, which can help. But then sometimes I will just go and get another bowl, and it's so greedy and awful, because the thing is, nobody needs to eat crisps every single day. Like, they're not healthy, and they're really fattening, and they have very little nutritional value, and they're okay as an every now and then treat. But I literally can eat crisps every single day if I buy them and if I let myself. So what I've just started doing is to just not buy them anymore, and it's actually working out well. And it's weird, like, once the temptation's not there, it's actually easier than you think to not eat them, which is weird. But I have kind of been reading up a little bit about how a lot of people who struggle with weight problems have trigger foods, and I think that definitely snacks are a trigger food for me. It's kind of like, I don't know, I had like an epiphany moment where I realised that snacks were my downfall, and that I just really struggle when it comes to being kind of controlled with snacks. It's the crunchiness, it's the ease, it's that thing, isn't it, of like, I said to my boyfriend the other day, if you could only, for the rest of your life, eat only like meals or snacks, what would you pick? And he was like, meals. And I was like, see, I don't know. You don't have to cook snacks. And that's like, you know, I like cooking. I don't really mind cooking. Let me have a sip of my tea. But, yeah, I've realised that for me, they are trigger foods. And I think I've actually gotten to a place where, you know, I don't want to be overweight anymore. I don't feel good. I know I don't look good. And I just, it makes me feel invisible. And people treat you differently, and it's all very well to sort of be like, you know, no, if you were confident and blah 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 blah. Yes, all of these things help, but it doesn't stop the fact that, like, you know, you do, I feel invisible, and I do feel that people look at you differently, and no one ever compliments you, and just all sorts of things like that. You know, and I'm not saying, oh, I want to be slim so that people compliment me. It's not. You just want to feel good about yourself, and I don't, which, you know, there's nothing wrong with wanting to feel good about yourself, is there? So what I've been doing is I have been trying to, basically, a little while ago I ordered a bunch of meal replacement shakes, because I thought that what I need to do is I need to just give myself a really good shock to the system. Now, I know a lot of people don't agree with these kinds of diets, and they say that it's really bad for you, and my main problem was all of the meal replacement things I try, you had to do with milk, which I'm a bit funny about and a bit like phobic about. So that really didn't go well for me. But I found a company where you mix them with water. And the company in question, let me just find it here, so I'll put it on the other side, is this one, which is Exant Diet Meal Replacement. This one's the almond vanilla one, which isn't my favourite, but the chocolate one's the nicest one. But in this whole sachet, they are, is it 51 grams in here? Yeah, so 200 calories once it's mixed. So they recommend that you have 4 of these a day. Now, I actually was struggling to have 4, and I did have 4 sometimes, and some days I had 3, which is 600 calories, which is crazy low. I realised that. But I didn't feel bad on it, which was weird. Like, I didn't struggle with it. Yeah, you miss food and like it's a bit miserable, but I don't feel particularly hungry, and my energy levels were okay, and my digestion was okay, and all of those kinds of things. So I wanted to do it. Just before we moved, I was doing it for a little while, and I gave up doing it because it was just so sporadic that I wanted to really give it my whole attention and do it properly. But what kept happening was I'd then have to like go out for a meal or do something, and then I feel like I'd self-sabotage, so then I'd think, oh well, I've ruined it anyway, and then you'd eat whatever you wanted, and the cycle just kept happening that way. So what I had started doing then had kind of been erased, because I was then just, you know, not trying very hard. And a lot of you probably watch this and think, what's the big deal? Work out, eat healthy. Oh my god, there's a guy climbing up the scaffolding, and he's not wearing the high vis thing. What is he doing? He's wearing jeans and a shirt. Huh, weird. Sorry, I'm at a window. They're doing that work outside, but that was weird. Yeah, it might be very simple for people, but those of you who have struggled with various like eating disorders and all sorts of different things like that know that it is very hard to get to a place where you're good to, you know, make a big change. And my thinking is that once I have lost a little bit of weight and I feel motivated, then I can really start to make sure I eat really healthily, and I'm gonna just track calories on MyFitnessPal, because that's what always worked for me. I know there's a certain amount of calories that I shouldn't go over and I'll lose weight, and a certain calories that I should stick to and I'll be okay. And I think for me, just realising that that is the only way forward, that kind of, you know, trying all these different things and trying to be vegan, which I've done before and didn't work out for me, and trying to do all these kind of other things, it's basically an in versus out, you know, problem. Calories in versus calories out. And once I'm at a place where I'm happy, I can then look into just really making sure that what I'm eating is really nutritious, and, you know, being able to, I just love to be able to eat like a normal person, to be able to eat without guilt, without thinking about that I shouldn't be eating this, or without thinking about that it'll make me lose weight or it'll make me not lose weight, and to just be normal. And I understand that obviously things like that you probably need therapy, because it's probably a more deep-rooted issue than that, but unfortunately on the NHS it's not possible to get therapy, and at £270 for a referral and a consultation with a therapist, I can't afford it right now. But once I can afford it, I definitely will be doing that, because I think that will be really beneficial. But the other thing I wanted to talk to you about as well is that I used to drink a lot of like Diet Coke, but I then quit and I didn't drink it for like 2 years or so. I just used to like drink sparkling water and regular water, and I drink tons and tons of water anyway. Water's not a problem for me. But I then started drinking it again, and I've never really stopped since. And I know that it is so horrendously bad for you. Like, I'll drink a can or two a day, and it's so bad for you. It's so bad for your teeth. It's just bad. But I think what it is because I'm not a coffee drinker. I need the like kind of like pick me up, and sparkling water, which I do drink all the time as well, just doesn't do it for me. It doesn't give me the same kind of perk up feeling, and I need to figure out a way to not drink soda basically anymore. I really need to do that, but at the moment I'm tackling the whole kind of weight loss thing. I'm going to do it until I run out of these shakes. I've got a big packet, so I've got quite a few of them left, but once I've run out of these, I then am going to start just eating healthy and counting calories. And I know people have sort of said about like not Lighter Life, what's it called, not Weight Watchers, the other one, Slimming World. I did do that. I went to a few meetings, and it wasn't for me. I know what works for me. It's really counting calories and being so vigilant about what I eat. I've got the kind of body and the kind of metabolism where I need to be so vigilant, and I've just for the last few years taken my eye off the ball so majorly, and this is what it's resulted into, which affects my confidence in so many different ways. I don't think clothes are as fun anymore. I just really am not at a place where I'm happy with that, and I think that's okay to admit. So that's what I'm doing at the moment in terms of doing that. But if I've got some sort of occasion, or if I've gone out and things like that, I still try my best, but sometimes I fail. But I'm just going to get back on these and try and rebalance the whole thing. And I think what I was doing before that wasn't good as well was I was doing like, you know, healthy eating, and then treat on the weekend, having a treat at the end of every evening. I need to not do the treat thing, because that is my downfall. I need to just like be normal about food and not view things as treats or as this or as that, and just try and kind of get into that mindset. So if you've got any recommendations for any articles, any books, anything like that that helps with that kind of thing, I'm all ears. I want to hear from you. I want to know exactly how you feel about that kind of thing, if there's anything that you found helpful, and if you've got tips on stopping drinking Diet Coke in particular, I'm open to that as well. As I said, I'm not vegan. I'm not planning on being vegan. I was vegan for a little while and it didn't agree with me, and I didn't feel good on it. So if you are vegan, you're amazing, and I wish I could be, but it just really didn't agree with me. And oh, exercise. Let's talk about exercise. I have been walking and stuff a little bit more, but I need to up it, and I think I might have to start doing the shred again, just getting back into it, or cycling a little bit on my exercise bike, just to ease myself into it a little bit, because I think that'll help with the weight loss, and it will also help with kind of toning up, because my body is just not, it's not a nice sight. It needs help, but I can't wait till I'm like at that place again where I feel good, because I think it will change everything. And once I am starting to do the kind of weight lossy like eating rather than the shakes, I'm not going to do like videos about this because it's just me mixing them with water. It's not very interesting. I will start to do videos about it if you want me to, like what a day videos kind of thing like I used to do. I am going to start doing those because I think they're useful and they hold you accountable, which I think is very useful as well. I think that's everything. Please don't like write me things about these are so unhealthy, they're full of this, they're full of that. I know that they're not the greatest option. It's a means to an end at the moment, just to get me started, I promise. So yeah, I hope you all enjoyed this video. I would love to hear from you, and I'll see you soon. Bye.